Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV. You're joining me, CommanderX, John on the camera, and I'm joined by Ali on the mic. We're here to watch Rocket against 425 in this Week 7 fixture. Going to be Snakewater and Granary. Looks like we're going to be going to Snakewater first. We're here right now. The teams are just joining the server. I think we have about half the players on right now, so it shouldn't be too long before we get going. Welcome, Ali.
Thanks,
how
Brew.
are you? You know much? Do you have any, should we go straight into predictions, straight into it? Who you think will win tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm a big Rocket fanboy, and I think they're going to win. But we established before this started that you don't think so. You think the Russians are going to have a say in it.
I think the Russian. I reckon neither team's going to go home pointless, but I reckon the Russians will 4-2 be.
Fair enough. Rocket are one of the only teams so far in all 7 weeks with a history of golden caps, and sadly they lost it. So,
Lightning might strike twice. We're going to see pretty much what we expect. Full strength lineups from both people, except for obviously I believe Kenzie is going to be missing from the 425 lineup. I believe. I'm not actually sure who's replacing him. I think it might be Abra. Obviously, Butnose replaced him in their last game against Epsilon. But I don't think he played the warm-up game, so I think it might well be Abra in this dicker right now on who the fuck that scout is, basically. But he says Abra's kicked, Scappa will play.
Abra's kicked. He's not even joined the ETF2L roster yet. That takes 24 hours.
He's not even verified. Yeah,
It must have taken less than 24 hours for them to kick Abra.
Yeah, so Scappa is playing. Unfortunately, that name doesn't ring a bell with me, so I don't really know who he is. Again, I'm probing Dika for the insight. So I don't know. I think it's Snakewater and Granary. I think Rocket will do better on Snakewater. I watched a bit of Rocket's warm-up. Mostly saw was good. Their last pushes, pretty good. But everything in between was pretty shaky. So if they can have some convincing mids and take it to last, I'm confident, they can convert some rounds. But without that, I don't know. I think if Russians can keep it pretty even and make it messy, I think Rocket are going to find themselves losing points and losing matchups.
Yeah, obviously Granary is a lot more tight spaces and come down to the soldier a lot, and Scout is less influential. And not to take anything away from 425 Scouts, but with Sam and Cookie on Rocket for Scout, I think they've definitely got that advantage pinned down, especially with Kenzie not around. Well, we'll see how it turns out with the new guy, but yeah, I think Dan and Hawks are obviously legends, but probably the weakest members of the Rocket team.
Dan isn't playing. Ali.
Dan isn't playing. Oh, QNX. Okay, that makes everything different. QNX is amazing. Okay, well, Hawks then. Probably the weakest, but at the end of the day, Hawks can still play like a madman. But I think, as you say, when it gets messy, would be the time when the Russians could capitalize quite a lot.
Yeah, I've got the information from Dika. You might remember this. It's quite an old team. The Russian team Zen, XEN. I think they played current Div, Div 1 or maybe old Div 2. When Div 2 was the second highest tier. I think.
I was after that time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's obviously Zen had a Russian team for a very long time. He was a scout in that team, so I presume he's coming back. An old Russian scout, as Dika says. So I really he's really I don't know, a wild card in this game. He's be able to play at a pretty decent level. He's played in between, whether he got better and just didn't want to play high level, or whether he just is being brought back in, just to fill a void while Kenzie's not here.
Well, as for both of us, the name not ringing a bell means I doubt he's actually seen much. I mean, Div 1 or Prem action. Maybe some Merc occasionally, but nothing concrete. But that's not to say he hasn't been playing at that level. I mean, there's always mixes and dumb mixes and things that goes on. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. He certainly got his work cut out for him in straight up lineup against Cookie and Samzy. Yeah. Debut, happy christening. Yeah. Obviously, the reason this match is so interesting, it's the final game for Rocket of this season, and both Rocket and 425 are contenders for the final 2 playoff spots. As it stands currently, Rocket and 425 are both in that 3rd and 4th spot for playoffs. And this is Rocket's final game, and they're currently leading the pack on 16 points. So I believe if they win, they have all but secured their place. If they take all 6 points, they've basically secured at least a playoff spot. Fenix and 425 are both on 15 points. Fenix have 1 game left. 425 have this game plus another game left. And that game is against, if I can give a detail, that game is against GG Well Played, which is obviously sort of an all-Russian showdown. That's going to be a really close and interesting game. GG Well Played, obviously the other team in contention. They are only on 11 points, but they still have 3 games left to play. So if GG Well Played can put some results together, they can really take it pretty much within steal of a spot, basically. They've got the most games still left to play. It's in their hands as much as it possibly could be. One of those is obviously the showdown with the Russians. They also have to play Saints, which should be comfortable 6 points. And they
Everyone
have to play
beats Saints.
Yeah, they have to. Oh, Saints. And they also have to play Osomniac. So this is Rocket's only chance to secure them as many points as they can. So they really have to make this one count. Whereas even if 425 split the points, they still have another game in hand. Even though it's not an easy game, they still have more to work with. So really, it's basically the sort of final playoff contentions for playoff schedule, and this is sort of the first fixture. That's really going to decide where people are going to sit. Like I said, Rocket's last game, so all their eggs are in this basket, really. Cool. As it's just told me they've gone live real time. So give me a score for Snakewater Alley. Probably a team that the score is going to as well. Let's go all in.
The score will be 4-2, but I have no idea which way it will go.
Nice and non-committal. I like it. I'm going 4-3 in favour of Rocket. One thing we didn't mention, we somehow just brushed over it, but the Demoman Sticky Launcher is of course back to full potency. It's back on full damage, insta damage, all that stuff. So that will certainly affect things, because Huey's been performing pretty strongly, but obviously Death, with Kenzie being missing, is the sort of person 425 play kind of base their game around. So with him back to full strength, I certainly think there's opportunities for stuff to get mixed up.
Yeah, throughout the season, definitely heard people saying that Death is the linchpin, and then Kenzie coming out with the big plays is obviously what's brought attention to him. But I mean, with the Stickies nerfed, you think, what are they going to play around? And Huey is just, they lost War, so Huey is just sort of tried to bring what he can to a team that he's fairly new in. So I think the Demo Men becoming weaker had more of an impact on 425, as you say, and then it being bought. For both, it's going to be a case of slightly adapting their play styles. From Demo Men, who have had to play for the last couple of days really defensively, can now go aggressive once more, and then Scouts and Soldiers at the same time have to remember how to dodge. But overall, I agree that the nerf is, the rebuff is going to benefit 425 more.
Yeah,
and it sounds like ready.
Yeah, I think they're going. It is quite interesting because I think Rocket players quite a similar start in a lot of ways, setting stuff up for feet. This is the week 7 game, Rocket against 425. We've got 425 on red, and we have Rocket on the blue side. As I just about remember to set my inter.
Yeah,
Did it!
So Death going lower on middle there. Setting up stickies on the heart, not playing with aggressive stickies. Maybe he's stuck in the frame of mind that the update is still broken. As Huey takes the initiative and walks across point. The soldiers there are really far forward for 425, but those and just one scout are the only who are far forward. As Dicker was stood behind, but Cookie charges forward. Dicker tries to duke him, but gets taken down. And in the midst of that, Admirable also got taken down, but the DM is well on the side of Rocket, and they come out with a cap.
Yeah, Samsy and Cookie just staying alive to clean it up. I actually see Huey trying to get aggressive, try and catch someone out of a sticky trap, but he's down to 21 HP, he's going to have to fall back. Both medics, Admiral actually spawns a little bit early. I'm not sure if he went crits or not. It looks like both medics on standard, and there's going to be a small Uber advantage for Rocket, but it's going to be really hard to make that work on sort of this big second point. And that is Snakewater CP2, so at the moment we're just going to see a bit of a stalemate. Huey actually wants to try and initiate something, taking full advantage of the power of a Demo Man being back. Really weird exchange so far. Scapper's going to be the first to go down, and Rocket have kind of shoehorned their way into it, gaining a lot of ground without really giving up a lot. Pretty limp defense really now from 25, just conceding that for one pick really.
Yeah, I didn't really understand what they had going on there. They sort of flocked back to lobby when the push from left side came in, but as soon as Rocket moved down to the point, they obviously couldn't get out right side because Rocket had the pressure. But and they had a soldier there who got caught out. But I don't think it's going to affect the last push too much as the Uber comes in. Both scouts left side. They're going to try and force the Uber. It's about a couple of seconds soon enough, so they're just going to have to hightail it out of there. 425 perhaps trying to push back into that lower space with their Uber, but no one's there. It's just Shayu peeking lower, but they're just going to recycle this Uber, I think. It's going to be a slight advantage. No, maybe coming in left side as I say that. So QNX jumps up to the top there to try and get some early spam. Scout is coming from lower. Cookie, that's takes down Death. That's a huge frag. He gets taken down in the end, but the numbers are well and truly in favour of Rocket right now. As I say that. Wow. Okay. Maybe Rocket trying to do too much there with just a demo pick and run now, but they still got their Uber. I think it was a good choice to go in there, and especially once they get the demo frag, but I guess they just need to take more time once they got to that stage.
The flank just committed like that bit too early. Like Hui was just taking his time walking across the point because the heavy couldn't really do much damage. Just getting ready to rain down that hellfire of full damage sticky. But unfortunately, just before that, the flank had already committed, thinking Hui was further forward, and it just led to a string of easy before 25. 425 have decided to get aggressive. Actually, Soldier's going to up. Animal's going to be forced. He will go down straight away. Shayu's going to kill himself, get that fast respawn. Every second counts for Shayu. And Rocket are going to have to try and go in on force with the numbers advantage. No, they're not going for it. They're just going to set up shop and make the push out really difficult. Interesting choice. I think I quite like it, like keeping 5 people up, not sacrificing anyone for the 4th. Snake Water is a hard last point to get out of, especially now, they're going to have 6 people up right now. So that's what 425 have to push into, and they're just going to take their time about it. Ads already on half charge as they take lobby.
Yeah, of course, switching their heavy back to scout for that additional capping power, but Huey's sticky traps already take down one of their scouts. They try and push through that cheese area to get onto the second point, and they really want to get close to 425 so that Uber is most effective. It does come out, and they already catch out Huey. Spammed over the top pipe from Death there, not even the Uber's soldier who gets that frag. But I think they're going to be content with that. I mean, so long as they push quickly, Huey's not going to be alive for another 5 seconds, and having sticky spam on a mid-fight is quite influential, but Admirable does have that Uber, so they might want to try and get the early force, and then try and go from there. There's a soldier walking forward, he jumps, he hits one rocket, gets joggled up by an air shot though, he gets sent back down to the ground. Big QNX. Yeah,
big double right there, and QNX keep going aggressive off Fierce Hawk, so now he's getting some damage onto QNX. But Rocket are isolating players now. Scapper's going to go down, and 425 are going to get forced back right there. Seen really cagey play from both sides. Both teams there, but each side had an opportunity to go and force with numbers advantage and opted just to sit tight. Now we see Admirable coming in. Deeka's on 90%, and Rocket are just hesitating a bit there. I don't know if they thought Deeka was closer than he was, but they're just going to take a equal Ubers fight right now. Cookie and Samzy actually even has just come in on his left-hand side, harassing the soldier. He's getting a bit of backup now, and he's still forcing that soldier back.
He
forces a trade, but really nothing trade at this point. Neither team wants to take that. I don't know if Samzy was just die to and come back on sniper. He sniped in the warm-up game I saw, so I imagine that's play they're going for, and they're just going to try and play the long game basically. It looks like Shayu wants to go and try and make a solo play, just walking straight into both soldiers. Ambitious. And down he goes.
Long game indeed. Sam has just switched to sniper, so we're going to see where he tries to go for his pick. I currently can't see him. I think he didn't spawn too long ago. Where's he gone? Where is Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to find Sam as well, as there's a nice little exchange of Cookie complaining that the time limit wasn't set, minding him that it's in fact Cookit's server.
Sam peeking from left side at the moment, but he's only going to be able to see that soldier on top of the crate. He should spam down on him soon enough. And yeah, I think he's just going to go for that soldier. The soldier comes in close, he might be able to pick Sam, but Sam hits a massive body shot onto the soldier. Lippy down to 50 health. Sam is going to stay there actually. The soldier's going to be too weak to contest him, so if he managed to get a sight across the map, he could take down the medic. Dick has actually got quite nice positioning. He's realised, and he ran back into spawn actually, yeah. So, ultra defensive, like, he can't kill me. Apart from that, yeah, 425 aren't doing much at the moment. They're just trying to pressure down that paper. Their stickies are on the same spot, but I mean, unless they really do something instinctive to try and take him down, then it's just going to be time until Rocket get that pick. Actually, Hox, who has stood there to try and protect the sniper Sam, ends up getting taken down trying to protect him. The Scam just walks out scot-free with half the health.
I mean, Cookie managed to equalise for pick, and we're just stuck in this really, like, it's almost playing out like this is like a grand final, you know, like everyone's playing it so slow and slow cagey. No one wants to put the foot wrong. Everyone's just taking their time. Both medics have held onto their Uber for a good
back in left.
30-40 seconds. They're actually going to Uber through now. Who is going to lead for charge? Going to try and keep it single. It's for Uber off from Dika. Going to try and peek in with Pipe. Can't really land anything. He's going to chase with Stickies actually now. Shayu dies on the Admiral. Actually, Sticky goes down to half health. Hox is going to go down. One pick apiece, and everything just looks like it's going to stabilise again. Rocket really passive. 5v5, really don't feel comfortable holding that lobby, and Def's just going to put some forward stickies up and some defensive stickies, and we're back to square one again.
Yeah, pretty much. See what Rocket are going to do. They've got a tiny nothing they're going to know about. Sam's peeking once again. This time Lippy should be able to get him. Sends him solo. Sam down to 30 HP. Huey comes in. Huey trying to pipe the heavy. What are you doing, my friend?
Deke is just exploiting the spawn completely. Like every time anything like comes in for like a kind of suicide inside spawn, and just wait until the danger passes, locking himself up in that bunker. And now 425 are going to try and push off this. They're coming out lower. I'm not sure if Sam's going to be able to get a shot. He's trying to find an angle to scope in on. But 425 up a point, and they've actually forced the Uber off, but Deka's only on 90%. Deka's going to have to surface, he's surfaced straight up into the air, he's on 10 HP. He just gets it before the soldier's going to land the final rocket. Hox really unlucky there not to get a pick. Deka just playing with fire now. Just about manages to get it, and now they want to try and come in, but Huey's denying that choke to pressure the flank right now for 425 if they want to come. But we're going to lose Sid Vicious. Def's going to juggle Huey back, and there's actually a soldier behind. Ads is in trouble, Ads will go down. Lippy with the flank play, but flank from Rocket have just collapsed on them, and now it's just Scapper and Deka. They do have Uber advantage, but it's worth nothing against this huge number disadvantage. And Cookie even looks like he might want to chase this all the way home, just try and big dick it through right hand side, take on the buff scout, but Scapper may not have played at this level before, but he held his own against Cookie Nair with a little help from heals.
Rocket not being very successful at the moment with their last pushes. They're still working Sam to make the difference, and Sam does. When they're trying to push up, but more importantly, CommanderX is taking down Deka in the background. That's going to be big. Sam takes down Shayu with SMG as well. They've definitely got numbers advantage. Their sticky trap takes down Sam, which is not going to be so important in the process of a fast push if that's what they opt for. But now that they've got numbers again, I'm not sure it is going to be what they're going to do. Admirable's got about 20%. That's going to translate into about 8 seconds Uber advantage. Going to be interesting to see if they capitalise, build on that enough to be able to push in and have it make a difference.
I mean, it's already down to 10%. Like, it's not a great start in terms of this whole building race. Like, I don't understand why you made that decision not to just go with the numbers. Like, Snake Water spawns, which is a fair concern. But
I mean, the level of turtling going on at the moment by 425. They've rolled Sid Vicious as heavy on every defense so far, and now they've picked up an NG, which is pretty typically your sort of like 2 minutes to go, we can only defend last kind of attitude. And they're going to have a level 3 sentry now.
Playing for the nil-nil. You know,
playing for the nil-nil, yeah. So the Uber has actually come in lower. No one there around for them to get a frag on. The heavy instantly goes down, as well as the sentry gun. This is a really effective Uber. They've just been in spawn most of the time. Deka eventually gets his Uber and pops it out, and they're going to be able to defend this last point. But at the cost of too many players, maybe, as Rocket comes back in. QNX is a big jump onto the point, takes down Lippy. He gets the value, but Deka's gone down. And it's just the scout left, just the news. He should go down. Eventually, Rocket capped their first round.
I mean, like, Deka had to rotate round because all the players on left side died. Like, rotate back for his spawn main was on like 94% or so. And he comes out of a right door, meets an enemy player, goes down to 3 health before he actually gets the Uber. Pops in time, but Rocket had done too much early work and too much damage. Deka couldn't save enough of his players. And Rocket eventually struggled to a first round right now as we go into the next middle. Demo's not really getting a whole lot of damage on each other right now. Looks like Lippy's going to try and go behind, but he takes a lot of damage. The scout's going to meet him. Meanwhile, they're trying to move across the point right now, but Huey's taking a lot of damage. But now that Soldier's isolated, and Samsy and Cookie just combining right now, getting right up in everyone's face. There's another... Def has a nice denial to stop the onslaught, but it looks like Huey maybe wants to try a jump, or is he's just waiting for Admirable. They're just going to try and walk forward slowly.
Yeah.
425 should probably try and hold this. I mean, they're getting all their spawns in 1 second now, and their spawns will be slightly closer than Rocket's. And actually, Rocket are really far back as well. Both teams just opting for the more careful sort of 6v6 approach in these games, you know, not just throwing people in, throwing flanks in, or anything like that, just taking it nice and steady. We find ourselves in another Uber v Uber stalemate.
Yeah, maybe not the most entertaining game with both these teams taking this attitude. Usually you see maybe a lot more cavalier about it, or at least one team going into the other team and trying to make stuff happen a lot more. But it's not a negative criticism, but both teams clearly just trying to make sure all of their plays like work out as much as possible, go throwing away, well, making mistakes that cost them multiple points at once, which is creditable. But yeah, both teams have currently stickies set up in. They're trying to win this red storeroom. Both teams previously having stickies set up on either side of the pillar. It's just quite an amusing standpoint
a
to be
complete
in.
stalemate, yeah.
Yeah, no one's actually taking the initiative. Expect a soldier bomb to come at some point soon, but both. Where is QNX?
QNX is going now. He's going for the medic, but the medic's quite high up. Air shot coming out. QNX is getting nowhere close. Will eventually go down. Scappa claiming that one, and I imagine a really safe play from Rocket. They're going to be ready for us right now. Look at all that spam. Def and another player as well. I think his pocket soldier Shayu taking a lot of damage as well. And that's just going to slow him down. QNX is spawning right now. And is there a player behind actually? Is there a spy behind? Sid Vicious.
I don't know, is there? Well, Sid Vicious is definitely on spy. Where he is
He's
a matter
right
of question.
behind
He's moving up behind that,
now.
he's down.
Sid Vicious! We talked about playing the slow game. They almost walk into a sticky trap 425. They're going to Uber through now. They just need frags with this Uber. They're going for that scout. Can't find the scout, and a couple of the Rocket players have just rushed behind. Flanker trying to cause a distraction right now, but Hox and QNX go down. Both scouts are still behind, but they're kind of sandwiched here right now. Samsy's going to get one while Lippy gets the other. Now Samsy's going to start the back cap. Lippy's waiting for that health pack. The health pack spawned, but he didn't realise, and he's just going to go forward on 50 HP. He's hopefully has set up a frag here for Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious can claim that. Meanwhile, Huey's come into mid and has killed for pocket soldier, which means Dick is isolated. And with all this back and forth, we're basically where we started.
Yeah, I think Sam Corley was in a good position, so Huey came back into the marble and won the one-on-one against, can't remember if it was Shayu or Lippy, but yeah, nice play from him. Definitely would have been possible, say, yesterday with the sticky nerf. But yeah, Rocket seem to be the team taking the initiative in these non-Uber versus Uber situations. They seem to be able to work the entries, even if I'd say currently 425 are having the better Ubers. But both teams are probably going to have Uber for this last point. 425 don't really realise that they've got about 10 seconds on 10 seconds on Rocket, and as predictably, we see the heavy coming out from Sid Vicious. They do not want to lose this last point.
I mean, that was really odd. Like, I think it was a soldier bomb, and Admirable, he's in the air. The air shot will miss, and Admirable didn't quite have it yet, but we'll be able to get it now. And I imagine they're going to push straight away off that pick advantage. It was really weird watching 425 again, just not even a defense on CP2. Even numbers, even if they didn't know they had advantage, they should know it was even. Saying that, it's now Rocket's turn to push, going to trade the Ubers right now. Skip trying to harass Def a little bit. Soldier's going to come in on the right hand side now. They're going to need help holding that. Huey's actually strung out lower. Surely he's going to go down. Yeah, Scappa will claim that one. And with the demo advantage, surely 425 are going to have to move forward off this. No stickies to worry about. They do have the sniper concern, but get in their face, they should be alright. There's a soldier hiding up top though. A lot of damage. Show's going to go down straight away. And they all tried to come through that small lower door, and there wasn't enough pressure on the flank. And 425 just able to shut that down straight away.
Yeah, I think Def's going to get caught out here though, trying to catch a trap in the lobby, but he gets flanked by Cookie as he tries to take down QNX. Sam on Sniper again, but it's not going to be important as Rocket, I think, are just going to try and push an Ember advantage. Taking shots across that point as the soldier jumps in to try and put pressure, but he goes down. That was Lippy. Cookie goes down on the flank, and Sam's just hitting headshots. I can hear them going off. But Hox is just going to barrel forward with those heals. Huey and QNX do get taken down, but I think Hox should be enough to power drive this point as it's just Dicker left alive as Def jumps in. The Uber gets popped off. Dicker's 10% away. He does get taken down. They've just got to take down Def before they can cap with the stickies on the point. Soldier jumps, but he gets instantly shot by Sam.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have made too much of a difference, but
yeah, clever little Uber from Ads there to deny that like Dicker was on 87%, jumped down for the saw. Ads just pops on Hox, so there's literally no chance Dicker can get a nice play. just ruling out any frag movie moments for him. And I mean, we're over halfway in the game and there's only been 2 rounds, but Rocket have taken both of them. They seem in control, so Def tries to get pretty aggressive on this third middle. Forced it back, getting some nice damage on that scout. That scout might be isolated. Cookie going down straight away. They're going to try and collapse on the soldier, and we actually get 2 frags out of it. Hox and QNX, but now QNX goes down, and the point control is reversed in Rocket's favour. Def is going to get caught out as well, and they're all going to get forced back right now. And I think there might already be someone trying to flank. It is. Samsy's already on the flank. He's going to try and focus down the soldiers, and there's bombs coming in. Hui and Sam's absolutely crushed them. Sid Vicious is on spy once again, but he's only just spawned and it's going to take him a while to get into position. He really needs to hit a big stab right now. He's going for... he really needs his stabber. It's going to be pretty difficult. Snake Water, he can make it work. The only thing Sid Vicious is going for him is that they've only just capped mid, so he's got time. Coming up behind Adds again.
Coming.
Surely not again.
Stabs
him once.
The soldier's
in on him. Adds the drop. So again, Sid Vicious surfs away. Shy will go down, but Def has meanwhile coming and just cleaned up. 425. Def still doing damage. Really brave Def, but he will go down. He's on 2 low health. The 425 players come out. It's only the 2 scouts left alive. For Rockabee are their best players, but they've got to fight a whole team of fools around. And they're just getting chips, trying to buy time for the spawns. Down goes Samsy, down goes Cookie. Scapper and Sid Vicious claim a frag apiece, but they've given Hui a bit of time to get some sticky traps up on mid. Maybe more chances to delay them. But 425 are ploughing forward through Nessorum, and Hui's just... they're going a different way from Hui's trap as well, so they should be safe. No one's spotted it on the box yet. Deeka waited though, and the trap is cleared. Lippy goes down. Maybe Rocket want to do this here. The rollers are coming in. They're trying to initiate that soldier. QNX takes Shayu down and pretty quickly. Got the
Could be bad. Uberman soon. Oh, it's popped too far back though. They've just made their way forward and tried to clean up that soldier earlier.
By Deeka to Def now. That was incredible. Like Deeka, Def was about to go down, like isolated with a 1-on-1 top of the soldier, and Deeka managed to flash him as he got knocked off the pipe. Now they're going to actually pick up quite a few frags out of that. Admirable doesn't have Uber yet, so 425 should be able to get this point pretty comfortably with the numbers. A little bit of resistance from Rocket, but they can't really do anything until that charge is at 100%.
First time we've seen 425 push Rocket all the way back to their last, I think, in our incredibly long round. It was pretty much all at 425's end of the map. They do have an advantage here, Rocket, but are they going to push? Are they going to push? Is it going to be enough to get all the way back to 425, who are sat fairly passively on grass at the moment? Both teams with no heavies or snipers, so just trying to play out the game as it would be normal. Uber gets popped really early in lobby for Rocket as they get put down by that spam. Quite a close force over by 425, who are going to want to try and go straight back into them. The soldier there from Rocket went behind, so he's going to play a role later. But they do carry on and manage to kill Admirable once that Uber out, and now 425 are coming in. Soldiers jumped in from the right side to take height, and the scout's coming in. Well, the combo comes in from lower. This is quite a nice all-round push from 425. The soldier who was behind comes in behind, no, and it's just all a fight on the point now. And Deeka caps.
Yeah, it looks like it was a little bit closer than it should have been maybe for 425 there. It looked like Hui had, like, maybe if there was less cap time, Hui could have maybe got a bit of a spree off there, jumping onto that point. But cap it they did. Deeka's going to claim it, and that's 2-1 with just under 10 minutes left, and it really is still anyone's game.
Frags there for that last round, 3 more than anyone else. The Rocket Scouts have previously been dominating the frag count before, but tides have turned as the soldier bomb comes in really high from Lippy, I think it was, gets completely denied in the air, attacked from all angles. The soldier bomb comes in from the other hand. QNX tries to get a good rocket onto Deeka, doesn't manage to take him down, but it's enough to force him back. As actually, he did take him down, my bad. Death just gets forced back, and Rocket responding there to having lost the last round quite strongly.
Yeah, they're just going to have to get off now. Again, nothing they can really do on second, because they didn't kill any of the Rocket players on mid. Now they have to hold off this uber advantage push. We see the standard heavy from Sid Vicious right now. It doesn't look like anyone else is hitting enough class. Actually, Shayo on Sniper. Going to try and get an entry frag, but they've already Ubered through. They're going to try and focus down the... Down goes the heavy. Keen Samsy will land that one. A lot of players in sight now. They're kind of separating the fight in. Admirable and QNX will go down. Points about half cap. They need to focus these scouts now. The scouts are the key for them, but Scapper's going to clean up both of them. Scapper, and again, clean up crew. Soldiers coming in on Deeka, but Scapper's going to take that one as well. bit of a trash man 4-man right there for Scappa, cleaning up those weak players at the end.
Instantly shot to double the number of frags of anyone else on the field at this
You're
point
loving
for
those
this round.
stats, aren't you, Ali? Yeah.
Oh man, this is the
you
first
even
time.
watch, is TF2, you got TF2 launch right now, or are you just on the stats? Like, yeah, look at this. 39
I'm
damage,
just relying.
43 damage, 22, pretty good.
haven't had the game open for ages. Just been going by the stats.
You can now cast TF2 from your phone as long as you can have the stats page up.
Yeah, sadly I've lost the text feed, so I can't see who's running what at the moment, but I can see damage, which is what's important. As 425 just roll onto mid, Huey's trap gets spotted and taken down. They're just backing off, which is quite sensible at the moment. Deku with that 100%. And they actually pop through kitchen, Deku. They're trying to make the most of the Ubers to take second as well. I think they will be able to, but Admirable is going to have Uber in time, perhaps to block, maybe 3 seconds away. No, he's just going to back off. Probably the right decision.
Yeah, they got 2 frags. They weren't close to the medic, but a big jump from Death at the end was able to pick off Hui, and now they should be able to get the force out here. They're coming through low. Death's trying to pile out that damage again just to hit a bunch of these stick hits. Scouts coming in as well. They're actually going to start the cap. That's going to distract everyone a bit. The Uber will be popped off, and they'll claim 2 frags for it. It's all about how many players 425 can keep up right now, and it looks like they're actually going to keep it at an even trade 4v4, and they've just negotiated themselves an Uber advantage or nothing really there from 425.
Yeah, as you say, it didn't really achieve much. The Uber from Rocket and 425 are just going to set themselves up to push back in. They're just still outside at the moment on that lobby area, and there are no... Well, Sam is actually on Sniper. He's going to be the person to watch. He's going to try and get that entry frag. He's sniping on right at the moment, I believe, trying to get sight into the lobby, but he's already taken and should have been spotted. The Uber's going to come in from right now as they pop Soldier and Demo. Soldier jumps forward to try and get pressure onto the medic, but he just runs back into spawn instantly. No frags come out. 2 frags down now, but Huey gets a frag back onto Deeka. No heals, but it's pretty much down to a deathmatch now. As we've seen from all the previous last points. There's a Scout and Demo left alive for Rocket. It's just Sam who's got to take down 2, but he can't.
Great play.
And 425 cap another round.
Yeah, big play. I think it was Shayo at the end. The Soldier coming from the other way. Like, just when that fight looked like it was a proper 50-50, all came down to who hit their shot. Who got a nice juggle and death, and then Shayu, I believe it was him at least, came in from the other side and just completely clinched that point for them. And now we're at 2. 6 minutes left. We said before it was going to be close, and we weren't wrong. It's starting to pick up a bit in pace as well as the teams come to mid, 5th middle. Soldier's going to initiate. QNX gets focused down pretty hard, but he's made space for Cookie and Samsy to come forward, who are just focusing people down now. But Hui and Hox go down as well. Cookie only gets 1 in reply, and now Deeka just needs to heal up his players and they can focus down these scouts. Samsy and Cookie want to fight it though, taking some big damage all over them, and they're being really brave right now, but perhaps foolish.
Brave.
As Scappa and Sid Vicious and Death going to take 1 apiece. Yeah, brave play, not necessarily the smartest play. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what the call was. I guess the call was, hey guys, you're Samsy and Cookie, you've probably got this.
QNX is hiding on the pipe. He drops down, gets 1 rocket, gets the force. Nice play there from QNX as he actually does a skip jump to try and get out. But it's just gonna... Is he gonna get out? Oh,
yeah,
I don't believe that.
Again,
nice play from QNX, surviving on 6 HP. But yeah, going back to that middle, Sam and Cookie had the upper edge. They had the better positioning and they were getting good damage out, but they just couldn't take down Death in time. And once Death had reloaded and the scouts from 425 had enough health to go forward, then it was always going to go one way when you have a demo man like Death compared to just 2 scouts versus 2 scouts. But yeah, as it stands, getting that force out is going to mean the Ubers are pretty much left even as Sam once again takes Sniper on last. He's been effective so far. It's taken him a while, but I mean, with the amount of time that we seem to spend on last points at the moment, I mean, the time just pays off really, as neither team is inclined to commit quite a lot.
Yeah, the problem for Rocket right now is, even though they equalised for you, but thanks to that play from QNX and maybe saved a round, they're now stuck on last, and Samsy's actually going to get caught out in lobby. So they're now stuck on last with, what, just over 4 minutes left, and they need to either... Like, if they'd conceded a point, they could have just had another mid. Forgetting all that, though, 425 are going to Uber in. They're going to make ads pop a little bit later. They're trying to juggle Deeka in, but it won't work. And actually, all of the 425 players get out. They're going to lure everyone back to the point, and 425 need to capitalise on this, but they're not really being as aggressive as they could be. Soldier's going to get into Death's face. Really nice damage from QNX right there. Really stuffing that push. It goes for the equaliser kill on Sid Vicious, but Sid Vicious is too wise for that. But yeah,
too unhonourable for that.
Yeah. Well, he was at 1 against 6. I think you're allowed to take like 1 against 6. As we see Rocket taking the chat right now. Hui may be overcommitted though, but he's actually maybe worked a pick for himself. Lippy gets caught out. Again, they're focusing down Hui. Hui will go down thanks to Scapper. Maybe 425 can push with a demo advantage. Def certainly feels confident with it. Cookie's going to get 1 pick though.
Cookie.
They've separated the Rocket players right now though. Def's going to get 1. The Uber's popped off. They're going to use the Uber to kill there's still a soldier behind. Indecision right now, and the soldier's going to come in onto Def. Def's going to keep surfing it away. And he's going to keep juggling it, but a scout's coming from lower. He's only on 18 HP. He's throwing a pipe. A lot of weak players there from Rocket, but Def just shouldn't have the ammo to really capitalise off any of it.
Incredible play by the pit scouts there. Cookie won a one-on-one in cheese from the lower ground against the soldier, and then proceeded to force. And then Sam won the one-on-one with the scout and proceeded to force the combo back enough to retake the really nice play. As the push comes through from kitchen, there's a soldier still up top who's going to get the rockets onto ads to get the force out. They're going to try and push through Sorum as quickly as they can to get pressure onto 425, but they've got pretty nice positioning back. It's going to be QNX who goes for the double jump, gets air shot, completely smashed into the ground, but in the meantime Hawks juggles up Deacon, takes him down. Nice play there as Rocket send their 2 soldiers in and get a really nice kill, and they're just going to sit at back of the mid at the moment with their demo and scouts and just try and fend off anyone trying to come in and pick a marble.
Yeah, it's like I was watching QNX's bomb and he was getting the full 300 with the Uber. Really big, nice aggression, takes all the attention, and great synchronization with Fox just to come in and just because Deeka was trying so hard to dodge QNX, he didn't really see how easy first rocket juggle, sent him straight up in the air, and pretty standard air shot now, and Hawks will claim the frag. And now
no one expects the Hawks bomb, and why would they? Oh, Stickies are still there, they've been taken down.
Yeah, they're all getting all over this point right now, Rocket, and they do have an Uber advantage. If they want to go lower straight, with 1 minute 30 seconds left, they have a chance to clinch all 3 points here. It all comes down to this push. Def has got a few Stickies on point, but he's about to get a whole lot of players on him. Def is surely going to go down. They've got the heavy out on the other side, but they're focusing down this soldier. He's going to get now. They're getting frags out, but frags are in 425's favour, and as pushers unraveled, it's only Hawks and Ads. A 425 going to push. It looks like Lippy wants to push. They're pretty close to it. They need to push really quickly. Hawks is hiding up top. Ads is near as well, actually. They're in a terrible position.
That could have been carnage. Why didn't they push out? Deeka's 3 seconds away from Uber, and they could go back. I mean, they can't exactly.
It's got to be the time. It's got to be the time.
Yeah, they definitely can't take the round, but they can ensure they won't lose the round if they just Ubered out, popped on Ads, make sure he was down, and then they had a medic for the next 30 seconds.
They didn't, but this is like the ultra safe option. Like you eliminate any sort of factors of aims or dodging. Like you never know. Eventually, Ads might hit a dodge. As actually a soldier comes in.
Eventually, gets smashed. What?
There's one from the frag movies. Ads is going to have Uber, but they are QNX down. It was maybe a bit of a reckless play from QNX. They're trying to get Sam some angle, and they're trying. There's currently 24 seconds left, and still an Uber exchange to come in. As long as Deeka just pops it, doesn't get headshot. Def will go down. Deeka just needs to come and pop it. He pops on a heavy right now. He's going to pop on. 14 seconds left. It's going to take an almighty effort from Rocket to come back in and win this. Tamdy's going to have to hit some headshots, but he's got a scout on him. He'll go down. Admiral gets a slice as everyone seems to throw themselves at each other. Soldier goes down thanks to Scapper. They're trying to come in lower, but the time has expired, and it is 2-2, and we will be going to a golden cap in this first match.
Oh baby.
Oh boy.
First game back and I get a golden cap. Meanwhile, it doesn't really matter though because I'm too distracted with my plugin. Would you like to know who got the most kills and damage that round? Because I sure would like to tell you.
Was it Def?
No, it was actually QNX, surprisingly enough.
Oh really? It's like there's a few like it wasn't like necessarily the medic picks as such he was getting like the big frag, but he was getting like when they were trying to repush, QNX was just on top of them, landing like 300 damage and just really stunting any repush.
Yeah, well, I mean he was leading from that very first middle where he jumped really deep on Deeka. But credit also to Scapper, who we said we didn't know really much more about the game before, and for the last 3 rounds, that last round included, he's topped the frag list. In terms of damage, yeah, it's been Shayu's been pretty up there constantly. Huey and Death are pretty much short rolls all the time. It's been pretty even all round. No really standout players leading the way, but I guess credit given to Scapper, because we never really have seen him play before, and he really performed at this level.
Yeah, I can't connect to logs right now. I'm sad. I don't know if anyone else is having the same problem, but mine won't open. So we're going to
trying now, but my internet's so dire. Well, my PC is so dire that tabbing out, you went completely robotic, and I hope I'm not disconnected from Mumble.
No, I can still hear you. So I presume John can still hear you. Cookie demands let's play in Mumble. In chat. Dev says yeah. 1 minute.
Oh, I'm getting bad gateway for logs.
Yeah, I'm getting that. So I think the logs website might be down. This is truly a sad day for TF2. As are we going live? Forget about logs. We've got a golden cap going on. As off they go. Same colours. This mid's be so important. So often the winner goes on to win the golden cap. Just gives them complete control. Def coming up. They're going to trade damage right now. No real damage as of yet. Both soldiers getting on the high ground. Everyone playing this mid pretty cagey. No one wants to be the first one to die.
This is such a passive mid.
Yeah, it is. Just sort of like two trains passing in the night here. No one really wants to try anything. The soldier is going to initiate right now. It's going to go down. 2 frags in Rocket's favour. And they're surely going to be able to push them back of this. And 425 are just going to leave off the back of that.
Yeah, quite feeble jumps in from the 425 soldiers there and get instantly completely smashed. Cookie got taken down as well, but as you say, it was a trade in Rocket's favour. And yeah, they're it's just gonna be both teams to do. But 425, they're gonna peek from bottom Rocket at the moment. Maybe not push. It's quite a spammable area, but they do in fact just force their way through. And Sid Vicious, who was on their hut, just gets taken down as the rest of his team is just sort of floundering around on point, not really doing much. Rocket content seemingly to back out with this. No, Huey's come back in from the right side. What? How did that happen?
QNX came from underneath and launched Dika right into the whole Rocket team, so Dika had to pop, and now Dika's completely caught out. Going to get juggled in the air. He'll go down, and all of a sudden it looks like Rocket might have
found Rocket round.
Yeah,
why is Huey capping?
Yeah, Def is trying to Rocket from coming in and slow him down a bit. I don't know if I want to go straight away with the Uber advantage, if only just cap the point. I mean the numbers advantage even, and it looks like, nope. Gonna slow it down. Dika's only gonna spawn now, and that's a 40-45% advantage. That's pretty big. Sid Vicious is on the spy. I mean, it's worked twice, like both times, either directly or indirectly, ads has dropped because of a spy.
Try to find him. He's coming out onto second now.
Lucky is, please tell me someone's checking.
Yeah, once he manages to jump up.
Please tell me
you
someone's
can see the scout.
Please tell me someone's checking.
And Myron moved at the perfect time, had no idea. Might have gotten taken down. Jeez. But apart from that, the Uber's going to come in. Soldier jumps behind to try and make the point, but the scout has just run straight onto the point. The heavy dropped down to try and deny him. That's Cookie getting taken down, but meanwhile Huey's going to get taken down. That's going to stunt the push right away. They're not going to be able to push in. QNX as well, they're just going to have to fall all the way back. As Dika didn't even pop.
He didn't have it. Like,
he didn't have it.
Yeah,
that would be a good read. Oh yeah, of course he died.
Yeah, really good. Wow. Really nice play from Shayo on that. Like a complete read, jumps like past the Uber into the little sort of drop down.
Yeah.
Just who he completely on and just seals that push. Seals that hold and leads that. Means I can push C2 for free. Still got a 30% Uber advantage. They need to be pretty quick. Quarter mid is a tricky point to push, especially now Stickies are back to full strength.
Yeah, Maribel's got a really nice position at the moment, still in that kitchen. He's going to be able to back out as soon as the Uber comes in, and it has. And as you say, he's all the way back out onto grass. The soldiers are coming forward, but they're not going to be able to do anything. As Maribel's got his Uber now, and they're going to come back in to try and block second. Meanwhile, QNX and the scouts are still in. They pick up 2 frags, both soldiers down. Dick is hiding out of there, but I think Rocket are just going to want to force back, push back on as Deke is nowhere near his Uber now, maybe 20 seconds away. And yeah, they're just going to get back onto this point, and probably they could push an Uber. It's going to be 20 seconds, but I think they're just going to wait for theirs, play passively on second, and if 425 out, they're just going to try and force it early and then go back onto them.
I mean,
sit on the heavy, they're probably not going to push out.
The problem is, it's 30%, so ideally with 30% you'd want to take the enemy medic out of the game, you know? Maybe throw 2 soldiers or 2 scouts at him, but like, Deke has been really good at exiting the spawn. Oh no, it's the other way around. What am I talking about? I'm all back to front, Ali. You say something.
That's alright, I'll say something. So Deke has got to his 100%, and Admirable's just reached his, and they're just gonna push. It's good to see people pushing in golden caps to be quite contend. Oh no, they've changed the golden cap rule now. So even if
you just have to wait till someone wins. Like we could literally be
that's
here
much better.
until
we could be here forever.
Until I-52.
Which, on the basis of the first 10 minutes of the game, this could go for a while. Yeah, they just currently started lobby. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They haven't got any pick classes. They've got QNX and Cookie on the left-hand side, and you'd think that those two would be probably your best bet if you wanted to win a pick from a DM fight. But yeah,
sure.
It's just
doesn't seem to have any plan right now.
Yeah.
Like, are we just gonna buff? Surely they should just like send like a soldier in or something. Looks like Samsy's gonna go in, presumably. Wow, gets the soldier down to 6 HP.
He's gonna suicide for sniper, I imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like 425 should just push right now. Like you got a free advantage now. You know what Samsy's going to be like.
Or they could put Sid Vicious on spy.
What's his success rate so far? 2 out of 3, 66%.
Yeah, well, you'd think they'd try for a different kind of pick class, be a sniper, but if it works once, it could work again. As Sid sees Marble completely on the other side of the map, and he's going to have to come all the way back.
He's going to drop him. Samsy's realised. No, now he's realised. Took Samsy a second, but
as the whole of the Rocket team sees 2 scouts and a sniper wandering across grass. Yeah. So now Sam's going to make his way up to lobby. He's aiming at that right door now. Previously pushing left side pretty much the whole time, but looking along his sideline, Deeka's completely hidden. I have no idea where he actually is.
He's in spawn.
He's in spawn.
Straight up standing in spawn. Sam's just going to get the pick on the heavy, though. That might be just as good.
Sid Vicious has gone for the counter sniper now. He's going to be oh no, he's changed again back to heavy as the Uber comes in. He's just shooting an Uber with players. As the Uber comes out. Nice jump away for escape the Uber. They haven't lost any players, so in 10 seconds they might be inclined, they've got 10 seconds before Shy spawns, that is, and they managed to take down Lippy in the meantime. If they focus down that heavy and stop them getting too much damage down, this could be big. They've got Sam scoping across the map. Heavy can't really do much because he's just trying to damn Skype sightline as Scapper spawns and takes down Cookie, but Traplord, that Sam, comes in with a big headshot onto death, and they've got numbers advantage, but they're really weak at the moment. Rocket, there's 2 people alive, it's just Heavy and Medic. Heavy goes down, this is surely going to be a Rocket round. Surely, are you confused anymore, CX? Help me.
Nick is going for swords, he's only on 80%, he's going to go down instead. Pig's got a
spawn
3-man out of this. They took so long, they couldn't finish for frags. Rocket are going to maybe not flail it because they got Deeka, Deeka can only get 1 slide. But big pipe from Death in onto Hox. 425 don't want to give this point up. They've already claimed 1 point and they want the second one in this lineup. Samsy's on sniper again and they do have full advantage and they do have time to wait for it to be full strength. They have time for Hox to roll out and regroup with them. I mean, 425 are getting the engineer out. It's full turtle mode right now. We got pyro, we got heavy, we got engineer.
I was only joking when I asked you if you're confused because I thought the round was over and
no.
Then they just seem to be falling back, Rocket.
Yeah, here comes the Uber from low and there's only a level 1 sentry over. Heavy's going to go pretty early. Sentry's going to go down as well. Going to come out of spawn right now with the scout on point. They're going to have to block that. The scout goes down pretty early. Deeka's going for slices. He's probably better off just healing. And that's another failed push, surely.
But
Samsy again. Shot. As both times he's body shot him right away. The soldier's going to come in, but it's more players. Sniper even coming from, he's right behind him. Surely that sniper's going to go down on 19 HP. Samsy's going to sneak away somehow. Gonna stay on that sniper full and has Ads gone crits or something?
No, he's back to normal. I thought exactly the same when I thought Cookie building ferociously and Ads having the better spawn. Dicker could on last is always going to be a bigger risk as we see Sid Vicious going spy.
It's a risk. Also,
it's incredible.
They've also just failed 3 pushes in this golden cap right now, so
it's not really costing them. To go for the spy plays. Sam's still on sniper, obviously. He didn't die in that last one. He's just going to move slowly up the ramp. Was that a blind death? I can't have been blind.
I think Sid Vicious was running out of cloak, so he's trying to jump around the corner as he ran out of cloak, but he already had a trap. Sticky trap! Ads pops just in time. They are going to Uber in. Deeka's on 92%. They need to block for point, though. Deeka's going to have it pretty soon.
Get on the point.
Now after they lose the heavy. It's not that bad, but there's there's 3 players behind. Right. Shy is trying to look him, but the scout's still full health. Deeka's going to get sniped again. Just 1 player left.
This has got to be it.
To go huge. Surely Rocket are going to claim it eventually. 4th time a charm right there. Samsy's constant headshots at the end really providing I guess, it just kept Rocket with that uber advantage. Just, I think 2 body shots and then a headshot near right at the end, just keeping the health advantage in favour of Rocket.
Yeah, it was really nice. Pretty impressed with that.
Will you
overall.
work with me, logs? Sorry, I'm obsessed with logs now.
That's alright,
It's
I've
bad.
got live stats.
It's bad.
Okay.
Keep talking, it's going to take me a while to load the page, don't worry about that.
Sure, okay. Well, yeah, so you saw Sam pretty much sniping that whole game, which maybe made the pushes a lot more stalematy, but I mean, the fact that 425 didn't want to push out at all made it probably the right option in the end. Probably not going to be able to do the same on Granary, so we might see a more active game, despite Granary being a lot more of a passive map in general. In terms of damage, Shui and Death leading the way, as you'd expect. We haven't really seen any official matches where the Demo Man has been nerfed, but typically the logs have been. Demo Man have like almost bottomed the scoreboard in places. In terms of kills, Sam leading the way, Zippy, QNX, Cookie, Hawks, and then 425 combo Death and Shayu there, both only on 3 frags from each from the whole 10 minutes, and Sid Vicious only on 2. I think the scouts from Rocket there were outplayed the scouts from 425 in the Golden Cap, which probably wasn't a great representation for the previous game. I think like every player on both teams had moments to shine, and you couldn't really attribute blame. It was a great first map, I think.
Yeah, I've only got the logs from a Golden Cap, unfortunately, but the thing that really stands out for me in this Golden Cap is Dika had 4 deaths in 9 minutes, not like the worst, considering, he was pretty close a couple of times, and a few of them were like desperation, sniper picks, but
Yeah.
Admirable only died once in the whole 9 minutes.
Wow.
I think eventually, there's only so many times, like, Rocket were doing their best advantage pushes, but there's only so many times you can, like, mess them up going in with uber advantage, especially when Samsy's hitting, I think, 330 damage a minute.
Yeah.
I think he hit, yeah.
Can you compare the class times for Sid Vicious on Scout and Spy?
He spent 4 minutes on Scout, 2 minutes on Heavy, just under 2 minutes on Spy, and 25 seconds on Pyro.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess he's their distinguished off-classer. Not sure if Scap has got any experience, but yeah, it's something the same to be said for going heavy on Granary last as well. So I'm sure we'll see him there. And Spy too. It's quite a fun last strategy, really. Just
yeah. Samsy's pointed out in chat now all 4 of Dika's deaths were by him. Good to see, Samsy. So yeah, like we said, just keeping ads with that uber advantage, just forcing him, forcing the uber advantage. I think ads got 2 more ubers out really. Yeah. The thing that also stands out for me is the low damage on like 10 minutes is like a reasonable amount of time to actually get like proper damage on the scoreboard, really.
Yeah, sure.
But when you look at the Sid Vicious and Scappa, we're looking at 86 damage a minute and 78 damage a minute. Like that's really low when you compare, like, Samsy obviously hitting 330.
What does it show up for Shayu for you? Because I mean, on live stats it said he's getting about 600.
Warped, sure.
Perhaps.
But I don't know, the scouts seem to really low damage compared to, like, Cookie did more than both the enemy scouts combined, and Samsy did almost double both the enemy scouts combined. When you're adding that damage together, it just really doesn't. It just really doesn't look good for 25. I think 2,100 was the total team like out damage amount. So it's not a surprise really. In the end, they eventually got worn down.
Sure, yeah.
But joining back to the server, having a sort of basically. Obviously, that means 1 point for 425 as we stand, and 2 points for Rocket.